Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I have something that is yesterday. This one is not letting me. I tried the restream and it was. Christian, please. I want to go now.
Do you want to take this off? Stop it.
Yeah. Please,
Delete
please.
it, right?
Yeah, you can delete it. Hold on, Mazan. Come here. Michelle Mazan. Or you consider it that it's just his mercy. What do you consider when you wake up every morning? Like today, you are awake. Being awake this morning, what do you see your life like? Do you see your life that you just wake up? Or do you see your life that you have found the mercies of God again? I just want us to answer this question deep down inside of us. I just want us, I wish we would be honest to ourselves to answer this question. I wanted to make a video, something that was so heavy in my heart yesterday while I was coming back from work. But I couldn't really log on my way to do that. And this morning again, I was coming back from work. I still found that heaviness inside me. Again, I still feel that weight in me for this video. And that's why I just decided to do this video, even though that I'm so tired. I'm so tired. I'm so exhausted that I was even coming back and somebody just looked at me and said, "You are tired." It's to that extent. But my question this morning is, as you awake this morning, do you feel is by your strength? Do you feel it's your right to be awake? Do you feel that the people that died before now, that you are much better off than? Or do you feel that is because you are able to take good care of yourself? Do you feel it's because of how well you are that you are alive? Beloved, it's not. It's not. My heart is very heavy. My heart is heavy. But I want to ask a question. Have you ever see yourself watch somebody pass out or struggling to pass out? I was talking with some people a few days ago, and somebody I was talking with was just like, why did I wake up this morning? I wanted to die. Beloved, there is so many things in our life because we feel that our life is in our hand to do whatever we wish to. But I want to let us know, your life is not your right. It's because that God, the creator of your life, allows you to be alive. Beloved, it doesn't matter your religion, but I know you believe that something made you. And I want to tell you, if that thing that made you have the upper hand in your life, I want you to believe that your life is not your own. We make so many mistakes that you will feel we can take it. It's not your own. You will give account of your life. You will give account of the life you spend here on earth. Please. A living dog is much better than a dead lion. It doesn't matter the challenges you are going through. Because of the challenges we go through in life, sometimes we feel that our life doesn't worth it. I was talking with somebody, and the person was just like, do you know how many times I've attempted taking my life? Do you know how many times I've tried taking my life? Beloved, it's not the end of your situation. My Bible tells me, be not deceived. God is not mocked. Be not deceived. Don't allow any person, no matter the human, to deceive you, to make you to feel that your life is your own, to make you to feel you can take it away whenever you are tired of, to make you to believe you have right, the power, the authority to terminate your life whenever you choose, like terminating it. Friends, your life worth more than that. That situation you feel that is so frustrating, that is so tiring, that you cannot bear. Do you know you are not the only one in such situation? By the time you speak to some people, you find that there are so many people that wish to be in that your own situation, because their own situation is more painful, more challenging than yours. I want to speak to you today from my heart as a friend. I was talking with somebody a few days ago. Christian, can you close that door, please? I was talking with somebody a few days ago, and the person was like, she've attempted many times to die. And every time that I see her, she would just like, why do I live today? I wish I died. But I said something to her. I said, I understand. But no matter your pains, are you ready for that death? Are you ready? And she was looking at me. See, my Bible tells me something in the book of Hebrews 9:27. I just want to read it from there. It says, and as it is appointed unto men once to die, but after this, the judgment. Are you ready for the judgment of him that gave you life? As long as we are born here on earth, we stand judgment one day. It's not the judgment that the world will judge you. It's not the judgment that even if it's not the judgment like we are being judged in this world. The judgment that you can, because you know this person or know the other person. No. Even if your family, your father, your mother, your relatives is the president of any country, it's not a judgment that you will be justified. It's a judgment that the creator of heaven and earth, who knows every secret of your life, will judge. Beloved, I plead with you, don't think of doing harm to yourself. Death is not the end. Death is a beginning of eternity. After a short while, I began to speak to the woman. She felt it within her soul. And that is what I want you to feel today. And she said something. Pray for me. I said, I want you to first of all understand. You've tried different times to take away your life and you are still thinking of doing that. Do you know why God preserves you? I know you are going through pains. I understand you are going through pains. But I said something to her. Can you commit it all to the hands of him that gave you life? Beloved, the purpose of this video is to ask you, can you commit that your challenges? Tell him the way you feel. Speak to him as it is. Pour your heart. When you come to your creator, pour your heart the way it is. Pour it out. Lay it down unto him. Tell him your pains, even though that he knows it. Tell him your pains. Open up your heart to him. And ask him that you have no strength to carry on. Ask him for the grace. And when I finished talking with this woman for a period of time, she realized that a living dog is much better than a dead one. When you are like a child, you speak like a child. When you become an adult, I want you to speak and begin to behave like an adult. Your life is not your own. Your life is a borrowed life, friends. Your life is a borrowed life. The owner of your life will demand it when the time comes. I lived with a headmaster when I was in primary school who felt that life was hopeless because the wife refused to continue with the marriage. Is hurtful when that person you loved despises you. It's hurtful. But that is not enough reason for you to take away your life. And for that reason, this man committed suicide. But I bet you, before he died, he struggled to live. But unfortunately, he could not. Because you will see the wound all over him. You will see the whole of the body. I was a little girl. But the part of the legs that we had shown alone, you will see the wound all over him. He was struggling to survive again. Because I work in a hospital, I've seen so many people that struggle with death for days. Friends, I want to challenge you today. Can you learn to come to the creator of your life humbly? Can you learn to speak your heart desire to him? Can you learn? Cry to him. Tell him how you feel and ask him for grace. Your situation is not the worst situation. Many have passed through it. And if you remain strong, you will go through it. And it will be a testimonial for you to challenge and encourage others, please. Please, fight the good fight of faith. Be strong in your pains. Be strong in your challenges. Please. I know only one God who is able to sustain you, who is able to help you, who is able to wipe away your tears, who is able to bear your burden and your pains with you. Please. If you can come to him, he said, cast your cares and your burden upon me, for I care it. I've watched so many people die. I know what I'm telling you. Please. I've watched people struggle with death for days. And it breaks heart that they've come to the point that the hospital cannot help. Please. And I want to tell you that the worst part of it is that if you die without having peace with your maker, you cannot have peace in eternity. If you die without peace with your maker, you will never have peace in eternity. Everyone born on earth will face judgment someday. Every single soul born on earth will face judgment someday. Are you prepared? Are you prepared? When I came to this country for the first time, my husband said something to me. He said, this place is not like Nigeria where you came from. Because where I was born, you can freely express your religion. You can preach to people. I know to the point that as a mother, I lost my first 3 children. I still remember my third child. The body was lying there. And I still went out with megaphone in the street because she's gone. She's dead. I need to speak to the living, to warn the living that there is life after death, to warn the living to amend their ways. I left the dead body of my own child to seek for living soul. And by the time I came back, even when the crowd was there in my house, whatever you are doing just to be there to comfort me is not what my concern was. My primary concern was the soul to win a soul, to let a living soul to know that a day comes, you will be lifeless, like my daughter. And when I begin to speak to people, within under 2 weeks, I remember an auntie again that was there to console me, that was dead. Friends, death is not the issue. The issue, I'm challenging you today. Are you prepared that when you breathe off, you will meet your Maker in his glory? Don't hear that word, depart from me. No matter your religion, you will stand judgment one day before your Creator. The life you live here on earth, you will give account at some point. There is a life of eternity. There is life of eternity. When we live our life and feel that once I'm gone, it's not true. Every man born on earth, as long as we are not aborted by our parents, no matter the condition, any man born on earth, any man that is living, if you're up to the age of accountability, you will give account of your life someday. And the life you live here on earth will determine where you will go to. You know another reason why I'm doing this video? I was with somebody some time ago. Because I was not allowed to speak. But that day came. I was so surprised. I came and I was told they are preparing her to die. And I asked a question. Am I allowed to pray with her, to speak with her? And to my greatest shock, I was told, please do. You can speak to her. But sadly, by the time I get there, she was in so much pain that she can't speak. The one thing encouraged me that even somebody in coma can hear you. Only begin. And the person was being prepared to die. With that pain in my heart, you are watching the person 8 days, 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, and the person haven't died yet. And when it comes to that point, that person will not be given food to eat. And watching the trauma of the person being stabbed, one, and the agony of the pains, struggling with death. I kept on speaking to the person. I only kept on telling the person, even at this point, God can still hear you because you are still breathing. Friends, as long as you are breathing, there is still an opportunity for you to make peace with the King of the glory, the King of all kings, the Lord of all lords, the Lord of the universe. As long as you are breathing, you still have opportunity to reconcile with him. As long as you are breathing, you still have the opportunity to make reconciliation. You still have opportunity to confess your sin. You still have opportunity to forsake them. Confessing and forsaking. You still have the opportunity. Do you want to make use of this opportunity this morning? Please, you want to make use of this opportunity. Like I was saying, my husband told me, this is not Nigeria, you are not allowed. And by the time I start, and you will be told it's a noise pollution. and then souls are perishing. I'm running. I'm still running. I've not finished. I'm still running for my race. I'm still running. Please, we can only make heaven by the grace of God. You need that grace. You need the grace. Come out from any known sin you know. The only sin that I know my God will not forgive is the sin you did not confess. Can you be able to confess that sin? You might not know, because I walk in the field that you see dead ones almost every single day, every now and then. You watch people struggle to pass out every now and then. Whatever life you live here on earth, and you didn't have peace with your Maker, who end up in eternal judgment. And God himself is the one that will judge us, not a man. Your life is so precious. Please, whatever reason you are going through, don't ever think of taking away your life. There was a time I was going through some issues. I didn't know it was affecting me internally. I thought I was strong. I didn't know I was being affected internally. And at some point, the doctor asked me, have you ever thought of taking away your life? I said, no, and will never think of it. And he said, why? I said, because I know what I will face. My Bible taught me, if you take away the life of any man, you will stand. That blood will speak. Not even to talk of your own life. Because your life is not your own. The blood will speak. You will hold accountable for that. When I was told that I have a depression, high depression and anxiety, yes. So I don't know the one they've told you about. They talk of medication, I said no. But I have to sit back and cry to my Maker. And I challenge you and I encourage you today. Can you sit back? Whose report will you believe? The doctor saw it, I know. But the Lord is able to change your situation. But I plead with you, even if that death will take you today, be in peace with him that made you before you breathe off the ghost. That's what I'm here for this morning. Please, I would have made this video yesterday. But by the time I came back and my children were all over, I couldn't. I came back so tiring. But I'm just like, I've not even gone upstairs. I'm just like, I have to stop to make this video, because if I don't, by the time I continue with my children, I will not be able. I plead with you, no matter whatever situation you are in, my God is able, well able to see you through. No matter the affliction you are going through, no matter the pains, the difficulties, the challenges, can you cry unto the Creator? To him, come unto him. The only thing that separates us from him is sin. If you can lay down and confess that sin and repent from the depth of your heart and decide not to go back to it again and acknowledge that he paid the price of your sin, he will forgive you. He will cleanse you. He will draw you closer to himself. He will give you that peace that no man can give. He will give you the reason why you should live till full time. I love you all. I love you all. I know we are going through different trauma, different challenges, especially in a time like this, that the whole world is going through different issues. But I plead with you. I plead with you. Please, don't give up. Don't give up. And don't seek him where you will not find him. If you seek him, you will find him. If you seek the true God, you will find him. And for you to seek him, you have to make yourself vulnerable. You have to accept that you're a sinner. You have to accept that you need him. You need help. You have to acknowledge that you need help. You can't do it on your own. You can't stop sinning on your own. You need him that paid the price on the cross of Calvary to help you. You need him. I beg you. I plead with you. You need him. Don't go to grave with your sin in your heart. It's only by the grace that you will make it to heaven. It's only by his grace that I will make it. The earth we're in is a journey. We'll end up someday. We don't know who will die before who. But please, don't think of taking away your life yourself. Please. People are going through a lot of ill health, a lot of challenges. Please, learn to lay that burden at his feet. Stop carrying it on your own. I love you all, friends. I love you all. I love you all. God loves you. My Bible tells me in the book of John 3:16, he said, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him will not perish but have everlasting life. Please, I'm begging you for everlasting life. Please, make him your friend for everlasting life. The life you live here on earth is temporary. Yes, you live 100 and something years and you will be gone. But there is a continuation of life. Please, desire to bear whatever pains and challenges you are going through. Don't think of giving up your life because of that little disappointment. Nobody wants your life. Please. I love you all. I love you all. I love you all. And I'm speaking the word of the truth to you. I don't know your religion, but please, like I always say, if you can be in your corner, cry unto God and say, if truly you are a living God, visit me. He will. Give me this peace that this woman normally talks about. He will. He will. God bless you. And thank you so much for joining me this morning. I've been so tired and so exhausted because I don't normally sleep before going to night shift and doing it all through. Having that busy work all through the night. But I plead with you. I'm here to speak the truth to you. The Bible tells me that if you know the truth will set you free. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you again. God bless you. Please reach out to me if you want us to talk more. Please, let's chat. God bless you. Hey, I'm coming.